What's good, YouTube? It's Aquarius Leviathan Prophecy. And you know what, man? I'm tired. You know why I'm tired? I'm tired because y'all don't understand. Before I start, like, comment, subscribe, share. If y'all want to follow me on IG, because I don't necessarily use Facebook, my IG will be in the description box down below. If y'all want to follow me on Snapchat, y'all can. That will also be in the description box down below. But this has to be said, man. Like, I'm just sick and tired. I had to get this off my chest. Okay, we all know who James Harden is, right? Like, nobody can ever say anything bad about James Harden. I've known people like James Harden. Special player, phenomenal player. But he doesn't take the game serious. He doesn't dedicate his craft to the game like Kobe did. God rest his soul. Like MJ did. Like Magic did. Like Bird did. He don't get it. And he will never get it. I mean, y'all have the audacity to put him in the top 75. Like, you can make an argument, Allen Iverson is in the top 25 and he never won a championship. This is not about championships. Well, for him, it's about championships because now it's like, it's now or never for him, you know? Like, we could give Allen Iverson a pass because he worked with less and he still was able to put them on the map, right? Like, he's trying to rejuvenate his career, you know? And we've all seen this before. Y'all remember when he first came to Brooklyn? What team did he have a breakout game against? The Suns, right? The second team in the West, right? That's the team that he had a breakout game, you know, when he came to Brooklyn. Oh, I love the Brooklyn fans. Oh, I want to stay here long term. I want to do this. I want to do that. What happened? His ass got shipped, or he demanded a request, right? And we all seen this before. I don't give two craps about what he does in the regular season. I really don't. He could drop fucking 100 points. He could drop freaking 20 assists. He can have 20 assists, 55 points, 10 rebounds. I do not give two shits. Why? Because he has to show, not only me, because I don't give two craps. He has to show everybody that he's not allergic to prosperity. He has to show everybody that he's not allergic when the big games matter the most. When he was with the Rockets, he failed in the playoffs numerous times. When he was with the Brooklyn Nets, even though he only played more than 16 games, obviously he left with a hamstring injury. You know what I'm saying? I think he only played like 5 seconds in that Boston series, and then he left with a cramp. We haven't seen him all year. I mean, all throughout the series, right? And it was up to Kyrie and James. It was up to Kyrie and Kevin Durant to pick up the slack. So now that he's in Philly, y'all let the media brainwash y'all thinking that, oh, James Harden has finally found his home. James Harden has finally did this. Like I said, he could go on a stretch where he scores where he scores 20 plus points, it's not going to matter. Because when it's all said and done, when the dust is settled, everybody's going to be talking about, can he do that in the regular season? I mean, can he do that in a postseason? You know, I mean, as bad as I crush T Mac, which actually I don't really crush T Mac, but as bad as people crush T Mac, it wasn't T Mac's fault that he got less in the playoffs. Like that series against the damn Spurs where he scored like 13 points. That was unheard of. You know, he just didn't have the help. Now obviously he had Yao Ming and he had Scola. I mean, he had pieces around him. Don't get me wrong, you know, but I mean, T Mac will always be a great player in my opinion. He's better than James Harden, offensively and defensively. But you cannot put him in a pantheon of greats and he bails out in the playoffs. Like what kind? Like what type of crap is that? That's like me doing all the work and you get all the credit. That's not going to fly, you know? And then some dude I was arguing with on one of the YouTube chats saying that, oh, James Harden's gonna shock everybody. Like, really? James Harden's gonna shock everybody. So he's gone through three teams in the last 2 years, and then all of a sudden he's gonna shock everybody. Like don't this look and sound familiar? James Harden is who he is. I'm not here to ridicule him. I'm not here to bash him. Pretty sure he's a pretty humble guy outside of basketball, but he's just a non-factor. He's just a bad basketball player, you know? He doesn't work on his game. He's not in physical shape like he's supposed to. He cares about his money. He is playing basketball because think about it. If he would have retired today, they would have probably say, "Oh yeah, James Harden's a first round ballot Hall of Famer. He's first in every category." You know, probably not in probably he's probably first in scoring, but I don't know. He might probably be like fourth in rebounding, sixth in assists, whatever have you. But a lot of people are going to be quick to put him in the Hall of Fame. Like not everybody deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. Westbrook sure doesn't belong in the Hall of Fame. Um, I'll put Derrick Rose in front of him, you know. But you know, I mean, it is what it is at the end of the day. But my issue with him is just he chokes. You know, he's the Tony Romo of the NBA. You know, like he chokes in big games, and and that's his mo since he arrived in the NBA. You know, like nobody thought James Harden was going to turn out to be what he is because he was a bench player. He was coming off the bench. Hell, I'll pick, I'll pick J.R. Smith, whether Nuggets or Knicks. It don't really matter. You know, like Knicks J.R. Smith was 10 times better than him. You know, was 10 times better than J.R. Smith. Nuggets J.R. Smith was 10 times better than Houston Rockets, OKC, Brooklyn, Philly, James Harden. I'm just sorry he was, you know. When Melo was out for the last, what? I remember when he was out for like 5 games. J.R. Smith carried us. Go back and look at the tape. I mean, video. J.R. Smith carried us for most of those games that he was out. Okay? James Harden cannot do that. So, all y'all people that says, "Oh, this is a good fit," like a debut is a debut. You know, whether you crap the bed or you light it up, a debut is a debut. You know what I'm saying? he can continue this throughout the whole entire second half of the season. But left the situation. I mean, like like Kyrie and KD is like it can't get any better than that, right? Like Kyrie and KD can't get any better than that. You know, like you have the two most dominant offensive weapons in your repertoire, and you choose to bail out on them because they left you high and dry, saying that Philly, like the Nets wasn't your first destination. It was Philly, but you couldn't really your agent couldn't really get the deal done. This and that, so you had to settle for the Brooklyn Nets, knowing damn well you didn't want to play with the Nets. Because when they all formed together, I knew this was not going to work. Everybody was just quick to say, hop on, the Nets bandwagon, say, oh, the Nets are going to win the championship. The Nets are going to do this. They didn't do a damn thing. And I'm a Knicks fan. So everybody that says, oh, I'm a this, no. Okay? I've been a Knicks fan. I've been a Knicks fan since I was 8 years old. You know? I mean, obviously, I didn't, we lived the glory days. I'm a 90s baby, so it's not like, I remember what happened. You know, all I knew was, you know, I was in front of the TV. I was just walking. I was like around 5 years old, around 92. So, you know, I mean, but I understood what was going on around. You know what I'm saying? But that's the only thing I have. That's the only issue I have with James Harden. You know, he doesn't show up in big games. And now that he's found, he's finally happy. He's finally home. Well, not really home technically, but he's finally found his mojo. I still don't think he's gonna produce. He's gonna have some excuse or something's gonna go wrong. Just like Stephen A. Smith used to say to the Cowboys, what can go wrong, will go wrong. And that's James Harden. When you least expect it, he's an accident waiting to happen. You just sit back and watch. Like I said, he can average 20 throughout the whole second half of the season. I don't care how much points he scores. He can score 61 points against the Brooklyn Nets. But you know what? When it really matters, he's going to crumble because that's who he is. Now, maybe you could say it was bad coaches, Mike D'Antoni, Phil Brooks, you know what I'm saying? Steve Nash, Mike D'Antoni. Like you could say there's there was numerous of head coaches that didn't coach him up right. Now if he had obviously he's going to a head coach that obviously won a championship. Out of all the coaches he had, Doc Rivers is a different breed. You know what I'm saying? Doc Rivers is not Mike D'Antoni. Doc Rivers isn't Phil Brooks. Doc Rivers isn't Doc Rivers isn't any of those guys. He's won a championship. So he knows what it takes to win a championship. But all I have to say, man, is, when push comes to shove, man, people just gotta open their eyes, man. Y'all just blind to the abyss. Y'all just blind to the abyss too much, you know? And people can say, well, he just got there, give him some time, this and nah, you like I said, man, he had Kyrie and KD. Like it don't get much bigger than that. If you can't win with them, if you can't win with those two, like what do you expect to win against? To win with Embiid? Like Embiid can clearly win the MVP this year and not even get past the first round. Well, Obviously, they will probably get past the first round, but I'm just saying, like, to go all the way, like, you have to go through Miami, which is no joke. Obviously, from last night, you know, they demolished us. Even though we kept it close a little bit, they demolished us, you know. So the Heat is no joke. You know, you have to get past the Bucks, you know, like the Cavs. Like imagine Philly losing to the Cavs, you know, like last year. Look at the Hawks. Nobody thought that the Hawks was gonna beat Philly, but they did. You know, they did. So all I'm saying is we have to slow down on this James Harden bullshit. You know, that's why I don't give flowers for. That's why I don't give flowers to debuts. Cause it's either you're gonna Christmas tree it or or you gonna are you going to you know let it fly. You know what I'm saying? But this whole notion has to stop. James Harden is a con artist. He's a fraud. Just like Rob Parker said on Couples, on The Odd Couple. He's a fraud, you know? Hell, even Chris Broussard agreed with Rob Parker. And they never agree on anything unless they on the same topic, you know? But, like, if you can't get it done with him, then everybody's going to see you a fraud, you know? And just like how the big three got together, oh, they're going to win a championship. They boost the hell out of their ass. They they boost their heads up to the point where they thought that they was gonna three-peat. Oh, nobody can stop the big three. Oh, they averaged like 150 something points, this and that. Like, I knew it was not gonna work. While everybody was clowning me, it's like, shut your hating ass up. You just a hater because you're a Knicks fan, because your Knicks suck. No, I was right because I know basketball. You know, I've been playing basketball since I was 8. You know, so I mean, I know when a team is peaking at the right time, and I know when a team is not good enough to even compete for a championship. You know, but you know what do I know, right? Y'all gonna be quick to hop on the fucking Nets again and say, well, okay, James Harden didn't work. Ben Simmons is the best thing that ever happened, and it's funny how the Nets are still favorite. They're what 5 plus 500 to win the championship this year. Which again, I don't think they're gonna. I don't think the Nets are gonna do anything in the playoffs neither. You know, they might probably be a first round or second round exit. Because trust me, they are not getting past the Heat. I'll tell you that much. The way the Heat is playing, they can do damage in any way possible, offensively, defensively. You know, so it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be interesting who comes out of the East and West. You know, but like I said, man, like, comment, subscribe. Till next time, take care of yourself and each other.